After 1.5 seasons filled with struggling through practices and desperately seeking playing time, twin brothers Colin and Taylor Fitzpatrick have finally become stars of their respective teams. Taylor beat out the starting quarterback on a struggling Kent State team, whereas Colin shocked everybody by running for 400 yards against Appalachian State after NIU's star senior running back got hurt. Today, I'll be finishing out Colin and Taylor's sophomore season, and this is a huge episode because the brothers are playing against each other with both of their teams fighting for bowl eligibility. It's sure to be a thriller, but first, Colin has to formally win his starting running back position. Let's get right into that. So you'd think after a 400-yard performance, no questions asked, the job would be Colin's, but instead, coach is making him compete in a very difficult position battle where he'll have to earn 800 points to win the job. Colin has seriously had to fight for every inch in NIU, and the problem with these position battles is a lot of them come down to luck. Colin has a chance for a huge play here, though. We needed to take that to the crib, bro. Still going to be a huge play. But if you look at the coach trust, we're just not earning enough right now. These plays don't pick up enough yards. Might need a touchdown to be able to win this thing, and this could be it. Gotta keep it to the outside. How do we get tripped up there? Colin has like 97 speed, but he's getting tripped up by these linemen. Breaks a tackle there, though. At least able to pick up the first down. I found you get way more XP when you do pick up the first down, so that's got to be the focus, and this might be the big play in a foot race with one guy, but can't quite outrun him. Okay, still big, though. Now we're back on track and getting close. This halfback screen is actually setting up pretty well. Gotta cut it back in, and Colin might have a shot to take it to the house. He will do it. Let's go. Coach keeps throwing challenges at Colin, and Colin keeps on facing them. He is finally the official starter of this team. After almost 2 full years of fighting for this, it is incredibly satisfying, and both brothers have earned the starting job right before their big game against each other. Alright boys, so here we go. The first brother on brother matchup where they are both actually seeing the field. This is definitely a big moment for these two as both of their teams are fighting to stay in bowl contention, and Colin getting off to a nice start here. To be clear, I'll be playing from both brothers' perspectives on both sides of the ball, and for each of them, I'll be playing like I would be playing normally, and we'll just have to see who comes out on top. Colin has a nice hold of the left side here, picking up the first down and rumbling deep into Kent State territory. This NIU offense is looking fearsome. They've got a big time third down here. Colin running a route out of the backfield and putting his head down to pick it up. Yes, sir. I'm hoping to end this drive with a touchdown, but Colin getting stuffed in the backfield there. Coach is going to keep it on the ground, and once again, we've got room to the outside. I'll take 6 there to make it third and manageable. Colin's going to be getting the halfback screen on third down, and the blocking is great. Colin will pick it up. He has basically single-handedly led this drive. He's got to be dog tired. Gonna try to get him the touchdown here as he's fighting forward and does fall into the end zone. Colin and the Huskies strike first. All right, so now it's time to see what Taylor and Kent State can do. He's just gonna take the easy dump off to the out route. His receiver gets crushed. Taylor started off last game great and kind of fell off as it went on. I'm hoping he can be a little bit more consistent today. And coach is actually having him run the ball here, keeping it on the read option and putting his head down for the first down. Taylor has been surprisingly good as a runner. He's got the chance to punch it into the end zone here early. Gonna take the corner route and put that ball right where it needed to be. Both brothers' offenses have looked sharp out of the gate. No one open here, though. Taylor's got to throw that ball away. All right, that'll take us to the second quarter. Colin and the Huskies with the advantage early, and this play is going to be absolutely huge. 3rd and 9, and Taylor has the running back open out of the backfield. Dude's just got to pick up the first down, and he gets more than that. Lots of big third down conversions in this first quarter from both brothers, but Taylor continues to take bad sacks. He's got to start getting out of the pocket like he does in practice. Coach has got him keeping the ball here again on the read option. Again, he's fighting forward, but can't do it this time. Interestingly enough, coach is sticking with the option on 3rd and goal. This does not look good, but I'm going to run it as best as I can. We get the pitch out, and Thomas scores. Every single one of those defenders went right for Taylor. So Colin will take the field again, looking to match with his brother, and hits a dirty juke there. Almost sprung him for the touchdown. Colin's skill moves have continued to improve. He might have some space to the right side here. Gonna bounce it out, hit the juke, but a nice tackle from number 14. Kind of thought Colin was about to have him one there. He continues to pick up big third downs for his team. Both brothers are clearly the centerpiece of their offense after only starting for a couple of weeks. They have just made such a big impact on these teams, and Colin's getting tired with all these carries he's getting. He is not used to being the every down back. I'm a little bit worried about how hard coach is leaning on him right now, and that play gets stomped out in the backfield. Thought it was going to set up perfectly. So Huskies got to convert a difficult 3rd and 9. Colin is out of breath, but able to get open anyways over the middle. This man is putting the team on his back. Coach is going to take Colin out of the game for the first time, so sadly he won't be the one who gets the touchdown, but the Huskies strike right back, and Taylor has just 38 seconds to score here. He's going to have to lead a quick drive and tries the corner route. That was kind of a risky throw, but Taylor's an immaculate 6 for 6 to start this game. We'll see if he can keep up that success here, throwing a tight ball, and sadly this one does get dropped. It is crazy how confident Taylor looks this early, and his Taylor's career, but once again, we see the problem of the sacks being taken, and that'll make it 3rd and very long. So the Golden Flashes are going to have to do some hooking on 3rd and 19. This looks like man coverage, and Taylor will get out of the pocket, but does not have the arm strength to get that throw out. So Kent State elects to punt the ball. This will be the last play of the half, and quarterback's just going to keep it. Colin gets the best of the first half, but Taylor does have the ball to start the second. Just handed it off here, and that was stuffed. I'm surprised the Huskies are stuffing the box given how much we've been passing it this game. And sadly, coach is kind of taking the ball out of Taylor's hands here. Just throwing a screen on 3rd down, and yeah, that is going to go nowhere. We're lucky that didn't get picked off. So Colin is going to get the ball back after the punt, and this is not good for Taylor, man. If Colin leaves a touchdown drive here, he's going to be fighting from a deep hole, as Colin's up over 100 yards on the day. This Husky team definitely is the more talented out of these two teams, so I'm not super surprised at how this has been going. And Kent State defense has to get a stop, man. They have not been able to do anything to Colin. They just don't have anyone on the team who's as fast as him. I have a feeling their stops are probably going to come when Colin's too tired to be on the field. And they've got a chance for one here. 3rd and 4 for Colin. And he is just running a little wheel route, improvising and hanging on for the catch. Colin has just been so clutch today. These long drives are also taking a ton of time off the clock. And at this point, Taylor's not going to have a lot of time to answer if the Huskies score a touchdown. Sadly, Colin is going to come off the field on the goal line again, as his quarterback just has to chuck it out of bounds. But on 3rd and goal, he's back in for a crucial play, and he looks like he's kind of open out of the backfield trying to fight to get in, but he cannot. So he'll watch from the sidelines as the Huskies kick in the field goal, and now is where Taylor's got to dial in. Feels like the Huskies have really controlled the time of possession today, and Taylor trying to get out of the pocket here somehow gets loose as nobody came to him, and he'll pick up the first. That's the first big rushing play of the day for Taylor, and thankfully he has the easy curl route open here. His receiver absolutely laying down the cornerback as well. So that'll take us to the 4th. This matchup has been living up to the hype, but Taylor absolutely needs to put a drive together here. He's just going to take the curl, but I don't know why the receiver's running back to the ball on that. Gonna have to start going hurry up soon here. Clock is rolling down fast, and that's a dime to Fisher. So Taylor will start running the 2-minute offense, and now he is cooking, finding the tight end over the middle, and dude might have a shot to get into the end zone. He will rumble inside the 5. Taylor will just hand it off here, but this run defense has been crazy, and coach's approach on the goal line might take a ton of time off the clock, but Taylor's just gonna keep it here, putting his head down and getting to the 1, I believe. This is where we're just gonna go fullback dive, and the vision on this dude absolutely atrocious. Taylor's coach is going to elect to go for it with the QB sneak, and Taylor hurdles into the end zone, showing some athleticism to get over the line. And this game is not quite over yet. The Golden Flashes notably missed the extra point, so now they won't be able to tie with a field goal if they get a stop here. And this is where Colin should just be going ground and pound, but for some reason his coach is getting cute with the play calling, going with a triple option here, and that will bring up 3rd down. All right, well, Colin's been clutch at picking up 3rd downs all day, and somehow they don't pick him up out of the backfield here, but an antsy throw from the quarterback is behind him, and Kent State finally gets a stop. So Taylor has the chance to lead a game-winning drive, but it's gonna have to be a touchdown. Getting off to a nice start with a tight throw to the corner. I think Taylor would feel a lot better if his team had at least gotten that extra point last time around, but these corner routes are wide open so far. That'll make it easy on him. And hoping this will be the last drive of the game, he's gonna let the clock drizzle a little bit, and makes a kind of risky throw there into traffic. Lucky the middle linebacker didn't jump up and get that. One thing you can say about Taylor, he is not playing afraid in this situation, and feeling the pressure, he's gonna throw the ball away. Uh-oh, man, that might be intentional grounding. So now Taylor is gonna have a killer 3rd and 20. And this is kind of a weird play call in this situation. Taylor is just gonna roll out, and he might have had A there. He's trying to get loose, thankfully doesn't fumble, but this will be a 4th down. I'm gonna take a timeout here. All right, so this is the game. Taylor has got to pick this up, and it looks like he has an absolute strike for the clutch completion. Taylor Fitzpatrick is a ball player, man. All right, so time ticking under a minute. Looks like this might be the last drive of the game, as Taylor has nowhere to go here. Gonna get out of the pocket again, and this time it won't be intentional grounding. When the route tree is too complicated, Taylor's been getting a little bit disoriented, but that is as easy as it gets. Receiver doing a little bit of work after the pickup. For some reason on the 10, coach is calling a 4 verticals play. Gotta be careful to not throw a pick here, and Taylor is gonna have to throw it away again, just hucks it out of the back of the end zone. This Huskies pass rush has been fierce, and now for whatever reason, Taylor's coach is running the ball, maybe trying to crush some clock. That play actually worked out pretty well. So this could be it. 3rd and 3. And Taylor's gonna get out of the pocket here. Doesn't look like anything's open. He will put his head down, and it is 4th down. Kent State gonna take another timeout. So 4th and 3. Kent State's bowl dreams are on the line, and Taylor's gotta make a throw. His receiver doesn't keep running the route, and he cannot pull off the drive. An absolute heartbreaker for Taylor, as he locked onto the left side early on that play, and Colin and co are just gonna be able to run out the clock. The first matchup between the brothers was absolutely peak action, as Colin was player of the game with almost 200 all-purpose yards on on the day. On the Husky end, it was really all Colin with the offense. His quarterback didn't do a whole lot of anything. And Taylor had a solid game with a rushing touchdown and almost 200 yards passing. They just couldn't get this offense moving steady enough. There definitely has not been a star receiver emerging from this pack. So sadly, Taylor's team is no longer in bowl contention, but this season is far from over for him. Let's be honest here. If Taylor is a legit D1 quarterback, he's probably not going to want to stay at Kent State for his whole career. So he needs to show that he's legit enough to play for a Power 5 team. And this game has not gotten off to a good start. Miami, Ohio is a pretty solid team. Taylor looking good so far though. It would be awesome if we could see like a 300+ yard game here, as Taylor has absolutely no fear on these throws. And after a failed draw call, coach is going for a 4th and 7. Absolutely huge play early in this game, and Taylor does a great job of leading his receiver upfield to get that. Only incompletion for our boy so far was a drop, and he has a man wide open over the middle there. His first touchdown pass on the day. This Kent State offense isn't looking too bad today. Alright, so we'll see if we can keep that mojo going. Taylor literally gets sacked immediately there, as sacks have definitely been the biggest problem for Taylor so far, I would say. He's got to develop a stronger awareness of when to get out of the pocket, and while he has been doing a little bit of running, remember, he is definitely a pocket passer. I'm pretty sure he has like 60 some speed, which is something I'm hoping he can build up a little bit more as his career goes on. He continues to complete almost all of his passes here. 10 for 11 start to the game. Dude has not made a single bad read, and anytime there's man coverage, he slices it up. We'll be in a great spot if he can get a touchdown here, and these routes to the outside have been cooking. Miami's a very zone heavy defense, and Taylor has done a great job of finding the weaknesses here with another big game. He's definitely on pace for that 300-yard day, but finally throws an incompletion after like 10 straight. Coach is going to try out a little read option here, and Taylor has nothing but green grass ahead of him. A little late hit there in the end zone. Okay. I love how players will just smack you in the end zone in this game. It's so funny. That's the kind of charm we sadly probably won't see in college football 25, as I don't know how Taylor got out of the pocket there, but he's going to pick up the first down. Like I said, dude is by no means fast, but he can find his way into some rushing yards. And he just takes the easy dump off there. Can't have any more passes short of the sticks though. Got a nice little 4 verts here. We can cook with that all day. The A route on 4 verts against the CPU is just golden. Feeling pretty good about Taylor's ability to score with 30 seconds left on the clock. We're going to try to throw that guy open, and we'll have to take a timeout. Taylor's now on pace for a 400-yard day, and that is just easy money. Do not run man coverage against this man. This has kind of been an offensive shootout, and because of a missed extra point, Miami of Ohio is able to take the lead. Taylor's going to take a shot deep here, and man, the tight end has been a really good target in this game. Dude has 83 yards on the day. This has been exactly the type of game Taylor wanted to have, but he gets greedy here and makes a terrible pitch. Miami of Ohio picks it up, and that'll totally change the tide of this game. Now Kent State's going to be fighting from behind. Coach is going with a run play on an absolutely critical 3rd down, and we get stuffed 4th and 1. I don't know why you take the ball out of your quarterback's hands on that play, and now the Golden Flashes are going to need a 4th quarter comeback. That was a very risky throw. Got a little QB wrap action here. Interesting. Coach keeps trying to make this happen, and I'm not so sure how I feel about the quick slants on 3rd and 13. Absolutely no protection in the pocket anyways, and time is ticking down. This offense has got to start moving fast, and Taylor's going to try to take a shot here. Man, this man keeps making risky throws work, and we're going to go ahead and start running the 2-minute drill. He should be open here. Once again, a risky throw. Once again, it works out, and I don't know why coach is running it. This is going to take way too much time off the clock. We're going triple option again. This time the pitch gets out, and dude almost picks up the first, and Taylor cannot take too many plays to do this. He's got to get his team in the end zone quick, and has why an excellent throw on the run to get down to the 1. And I'm just going full on hurry up here. Gonna run the same play, and that out route should be open. Very nice play by the DB though. All good. That'll stop the clock, and Taylor should be able to get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day here, untouched until they get that late hit in the end zone. Potentially huge 2-point conversion on this play. Once again, Taylor is going to keep it, but this time he can't get around his blockers. Dang. All right, need defense to get a stop here. They do instantly, and not only did they get a stop, they got a turnover. We are on the goal line, and that slant is wide open, but Fisher drops it. You got to be kidding me. All right, we got 2 downs to pick this up. Taylor failed at this last game. He's getting another shot today, and that was almost a pick. Okay, so here we go. 4th and 4. Taylor is going to try for the corner route, and it is wide open. Bang. Might be the game-winning touchdown there. Definitely the clutchest throw of Taylor's career, and this is another big 2-point conversion. Taylor's going to throw to the slant again. This time it's a catch, and we'll just see what happens here. Looks like the Red Hawks are going to get into the end zone, and now Taylor has 45 seconds to make something happen. Not sure if the swing pass is the right option here, but we're going to try to make it work. Get out of bounds, bro. All right, not a terrible start. Unfortunately, a field goal won't cut it here, and we're going to have to make longer throws than that. I'm excited for when I can audible, because this play calling hasn't always always been to Taylor's strengths, and he just had X wide open there. Gonna wait and try to get out of the pocket and just takes a terrible sack. Gotta be more patient and absolutely need to throw the ball away there. Taylor's gonna take a deep shot here, and that is not his specialty, but almost got caught. All right, this is it, man. 3rd and 12. That's man coverage. Taylor's gonna take the quick slant. Fisher, you've got to catch that, dude. All right, so here we go. 4th and 12. Can Taylor clutch up again? He's going to get out of the pocket and cannot outrun a guy. The Red Hawks set up the perfect zone, and sadly the Golden Flashes take the loss. Taylor balled out, but his defense just couldn't give him enough. So next up, we got Colin playing on the field. That makes me think there's something wrong with my TV every time an Eastern Michigan game is on. Thankfully, Colin's team actually does have a pretty good shot at a bowl at this point, as Eastern Michigan is just hanging on to eligibility. Coach is using Colin as an option out of the backfield a lot so far, as he brick hands one on 3rd down. That's unfortunate. We got to get this run game cooking here. Unfortunately, it looks like Eastern Michigan is a stack the box team, so it might just be an uphill battle today. I sadly do not think our boy is going to average 10 yards a carry, but you never know. We bust open one run and I'm feeling a little different. It has just been tough sledding so far. It's a good thing this Eastern Michigan offense is just as bad, as they're making NIU beat them with their quarterback, and I really don't think this quarterback is all that. All he knows how to do is throw the ball to Colin, as Colin gets absolutely railed by that linebacker. Almost every single completion today has gone to Colin, and Hampton throws him an absolutely trash ball there. The coach is just going to run it on 3rd and 17. I like this better. Let's just keep on banging our head into the wall. Bound to break through eventually, I swear, as long as defense keeps getting these stops. Okay, we finally got something here. Colin, crib this. Let's go. I told y'all, all it takes is one run to totally change the feel of the half. And coach was trying to run out the clock, but Colin will give his team the lead before halftime. And just like that, 10 yards per carry average, man. That is precisely what I wanted to see. Defense even getting a nice little turnover. And we're going to bounce this outside. You already know, man. This is how we do it. This is how we do it at NCAA 14. Oh, and defense gets another turnover. I like that. This is the NIU team that's going to win some crappy bowl game at the end of the year. And I got to give a special shout out to the Northern Illinois defense. They have been a stonewall today. As coaches got Colin split out wide. Interesting decision. He was open, but of course this scrub doesn't throw it. Okay, we got the first down anyway, though. Really just need to take our time and run some clock at this point. I feel like the stretch play is where it's at. You gotta love a good pistol stretch play. Even with dudes coming off the edge, we can cut it back in, getting down to the 1. If this quarterback doesn't hand the ball off, I swear to God, Ethan Hampton, you are on my hit list, bro. All right, coach takes Colin out. We get out of there with a pretty easy dub, as Colin really only had the one play, but that was all we needed. A nice clean 100 rushing yards on the day, and after that, it is time. We are up to 99 speed, 98 acceleration too. And next we got Taylor taking on Eastern Michigan. Ignore the fact they seem to have jumped to 0-11. Must be some sort of glitch in the matrix. Anyways, despite the loss last week, I think Taylor is in a great place to end the season right now. And you guys have got to let me know what you think in the comments. Should Taylor stick around at Kent State and try to make this team into something? I feel like he could at least have him contending for a conference title. This offense is just so much better with him in it. And sadly, the running back is going to steal his touchdown on this drive. But a nice way to start out the game. Defense gets the stop, but he's got the ball at his own 1. Got to make sure nothing silly happens here. I'm surprised coach decided to pass it. A 99-yard drive sounds good to me, man. I'm going to try to chuck this deep. Taylor does not have crazy arm strength, but a crazy catch from Jamil Shakur. These Kent State receivers are honestly not too bad. Look at this catch, man. These guys are like max 72 overall, and I have the catching slider down to like 20. But they're still doing their thing for Taylor. Taylor is 6 for 6 to start the day. Make that 7 for 7. And I'm trying to see a touchdown pass here. Let's run those numbers up. Should have wide open. Shakur drops at this time, though. All good, man. I can forgive a drop in traffic every once in a while. We're just going to take the back out of the backfield here. Thomas has to get to the pylon, and he does. Yes, sir. It looks like this Kent State team might finally have a win in them. Taylor has just been absolutely dialed. His only incompletion was that drop. And this is an interesting call on 3rd down. Sadly gets swatted away. I knew that kicker was going to miss the field goal. Taylor continues to make risky throws that don't get picked off. I like this guy, Shakur. I'll have to check and see how much of this wide receiver core we're losing next year. I think a lot of them are seniors, so hopefully Shakur is sticking around. Coach continues to call this stick play on 3rd and long for some reason, but Taylor is going to make it work with a nice throw to Fisher. Thought he might have gotten the end zone there. And coach is just calling long pass plays on the goal line. We love to see this. Taylor will find the slant over the middle for the tutty. And this is looking like it might be a blowout. This Eastern Michigan offense has proved to be just as bad as they were against Colin's team. I'm trying to get Taylor over 300 yards today, and that boy Shakur just keeps on cooking. He's up over 100. And you gotta remember, this dude is 5'9". He can barely see over the line, and he is still dropping dimes like this on every play. I definitely think Taylor's shown that he has what it takes to be a Power 5 quarterback. These reads have just been effortless for him as he finds Gardner on the out route. That'll be an easy touchdown. Taylor has as many touchdowns as incompletions today, and and he is going to get subbed out for the rest of the game. A nice easy win against DMU, and he just keeps getting better and better. So now we got Colin's first game as a 99 speed running back. This should be interesting as we got a solid opponent for this one. Colin got bottled up a little bit against Eastern Michigan. I'm hoping he can really go off today, and he has a chance at a touchdown here skirting around the edge, and that's a good way to crack it open for sure. This is a golden opportunity for the Huskies to become bowl eligible, and this Miami team doesn't have a lot of speed. Colin already averaging well over 10 yards per carry. Coaches have just got to keep feeding him the rock. On third down, he's going to get the reception and put his head down for the first. It's been cool to see both of the brothers pretty much immediately put their offenses on their back after fighting so hard to just win starting jobs. And this one's tied up going into the second half, which is just trying to run clock here, but we'll see if we can make something more out of it. Colin almost skirted out of there. And with just under 10 seconds left, I want to see if he can make something shake. Unfortunately, cannot juke that guy out. Hoping the quarterback gives Colin the ball on the Hail Mary just to see what happens. As he is kind of open out of the backfield, able to get into Miami, Ohio territory. It'll be one more play for the Huskies though, as Hampton's just going to chuck it up deep, but can't get anything. So a dynamic first half for Colin, but his team still has not been able to pull away. Feels like we need our boy to break off a big play sometime soon, as he's just been getting these solid gains for the most part. Miami has made things kind of difficult by stacking the box, as Colin's had to fight for yards a little bit harder than normal. He ended up getting taken out on that drive, and Miami went on to score. We need a touchdown drive for sure right here. Colin is up over 100 yards on the day at this point, but the yards per carry definitely not looking elite. And the Husky offense has to find a way to cap this drive off right. Colin is just wide open over the middle, but Hampton misses him on the throw. And he's going to have to watch this third down from the sideline, as it looks like the refs are actually going to give us the first down on this slant. I'm shocked that coach is taking Colin out of the game at this point, but keep in mind the Huskies do have a pretty solid second option at running back. The guy Colin's been backing up all year was a 1,000-yard rusher last year, as he's going to get the ball on the speed option but gets stuffed. Kind of a risky pitch there from the quarterback, and I don't know why coach is going with the same play twice in a row. Alright, so this is the play of the game. 3rd and goal, and Colin's got this little angle route. He has a little bit of space. He's going to have to put his head down to score, and he does. Let's go. That'll hopefully be the game winner right there. And it'll come down to this. Defense just needs to get a stop on 4th and long. This dude's just going to dump it off underneath, and we make the tackle. Let's go. Alright, now we just got to crush the clock. I am trying to get one more touchdown for Colin, though the stats have not been too ludicrous today. This is where it really pays to have this kind of running game. Miami of Ohio is definitely not going to stop Colin from picking up the first down, and that should do it in terms of Miami's hopes of winning this game. Coach is not taking a knee. He's giving Colin a chance as he gets to the outside, puts his head down, but can't quite get into the end zone. I love coach for letting Colin get the handoff there though. And yeah, we're not wrapping it up there. Let's go ahead and get this thing into the end zone, as Colin will get his 3rd touchdown on the day. He puts the offense on his back once again. So Colin went ahead and got his team bowl eligible, but Taylor's still got to close out the season strong, and he's got a pretty solid opponent today in Ohio, but I feel great about the way our boy is playing right now. And we got to go ahead and punch this in right quick. I don't know if this sluggo play has ever worked for me. We're just gonna have to throw it out of bounds. So another big 3rd down, and this one's gonna be a little tougher to convert. Taylor trying to roll out. He's got RB open, and it actually winds up as a completion. That'll make this 4th and manageable. And coach showing a little bit of trust in Taylor. I don't know about the halfback screen here, but we're gonna throw it, and looks like coach knew what he was talking about. Running back's got tons of room to pick that up. I love to see a ballsy call like that early on. Now we just got to punch this thing in real quick. Running a little mesh action on 3rd and 1, and we got the wide receiver open, but Taylor throws it behind him. And we got a draw play on 4th and 1. Interesting from coach again, and this time it is not going to work out. But Taylor coming away with nothing on the long drive. Coach trying to get the run game going as Taylor bowls over a linebacker. No points on the board yet, but I've been happy with Taylor's performance. He still has not really made a bad read on the day. And for this offense to be really successful, we got to start passing it on 1st down more. This run game is just not it. Drive stalls out, and Ohio's now got a 2-score lead. This one's looking kind of tough early on. Hopefully our guy can lead a comeback. And anytime I get the 4 verts call, my eyes light up. As long as they're running zone, that A is usually open. I haven't been able to finish a drive yet, but I'm liking the looks of this one. We dime it up on the corner route. Really, coach has just got to let Taylor throw the ball downfield. He's going to take the dump off here though, and that works out perfectly. Ty Thomas rumbling for a 12-yard gain. But once again, coach going with these weak run calls on early downs, and now we're going to have a 3rd and a long goal. Taylor's going to have to be willing to make a risky throw here, as it looks like he has RB. That is a tight window, but Shakur goes up and gets it. Huge touchdown before halftime for the Golden Flashes. And Taylor's even gonna have a little bit more time to lead another drive before halftime. Let's see if he can make something happen here. He's gonna have to work pretty quick, and these timing routes are a good way to do this. The corner route is just always cash in this game for real. And you know what? I don't trust this kicker. Let's try to get a touchdown if we can. Unfortunately, not seeing anything open there, and a low collision is gonna cause the incompletion. We got a semi-doable Hail Mary from the 35. I'm gonna try to get out of the pocket here as we might have I'm gonna give it a shot, but dude comes back around to it. That'll be a rare interception from Taylor, unfortunately. That'll sadly tarnish a pretty good day on the stat sheet from Taylor, but we're not too worried about losing coach trust at this point. Although it would be good to get enough coach trust to where we can do hot routes and stuff. That's where Taylor can really start cooking, and he won't have to work with these crappy plays. But sadly, he just hasn't been able to keep this offense going consistently, and Ohio still has this Kent State team at an arm's length. It'll take a miracle to win at this point. The Kent State fans still seem to be hyped up though, and Taylor's gonna have to make some quick work here. It looks like he's gonna scramble for what I'm pretty sure is the first time this game, and this time he has a wide open hole. He will scamper to the sideline for his best rush in a while. Dude is only 65 speed, but every once in a while he gets one off, and he's not gonna have any time in the pocket here. We'll try to escape, but cannot. I wish we could get that speed up a little bit. And coach calls a drawn third down. Thomas actually runs it in, so this game is not over just yet. Taylor has a chance to lead a game-tying drive, just takes the easy dump off on first down. Wouldn't be a terrible thing to kill a little bit of clock here. I feel like this needs to be the last drive of the game, and Taylor trying to get out of the pocket again. I wish we had the arm strength to make that throw, but we're at least going to get positive yardage out of it. Coach is just loving this halfback draw right now. I don't feel so hot about this, but thankfully Thomas is barely going to pick it up. All right, got to finish this drive. I'm not sure if we want to finish it too quickly though, and I totally misread that play. Thought it was man coverage across the board, but A came wide open. Hopefully that is not a drive killer. I love this corner strike call from coach. That route gets open more often than not, and this is going to turn into a huge gain. Fisher's going to pick up 30 yards on the play. All right, now we are in a pretty good spot to run some clock. Taylor's looking for man coverage here and hits the timing route to Dorsey. We'll have a 1st and 10 at the 11. Coach going with an interesting 4 verticals call here. Don't want to get too antsy. We'll just take the dump off to the running back, but that's going to be well short of the stick. This is where we start to have problems because coach does not call good goal line plays, and Taylor's just going to get out of the pocket here. Looks like he should have this and just dumps it off to Gardner, who will get in for the touchdown. Bang. Didn't think we had a chance in this one, but now defense just got to hold on for 28 seconds. And Taylor's actually going to get a chance at a Hail Mary here. His last one did not go so well, but he might have a man downfield here. Sadly, that is once again going to turn into a pick. So 2 picks on the day for Taylor. Both were on Hail Marys. So we go to overtime as Ohio scores right away. If Taylor wants to end this season with a win, he'll need a touchdown here. He just takes the easy throw on first down, but we're going to have to do better than that. Thankfully, the drag is open, and Shakur somehow makes that dude miss. All right, need some good play calling from coach. I actually really like the wide receiver screen here, and this one is going to get busted wide open. One of the most successful wide receiver screens I've seen is going to get into the end zone, and I'm watching this, bro. I'm not giving a chance to let our kicker miss in the sim. So Taylor will retake the field. I want nothing short of a touchdown here, and Taylor tries to roll out to hit A, but takes an absolutely horrific sack. That's not good. Now we just got the running back screen. This has worked earlier in the game, but it'll only get 4 on this one. And coach does give us a pass play on 3rd and long. Taylor has got to make something happen here. He is going to roll out and had X, but just misses him, and we're going to have to go hurry up here. Our kicker cannot make this. Just an absolutely terrible sack from Taylor. Now he's going to need a miracle to make this happen. He's going to float it up to A, and he almost gets the ball into his hands, but it gets swatted away. That was just great coverage from the DB. And Ohio is going to kick the field goal to win the game. A mistake from Taylor cost his team the game. But I'd say overall he played really well today. The 2 interceptions are deceptive for sure. And Taylor will finish his first season with over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns on the year. Definitely an improvement from the other starter, as he completed 69% of his passes. Really not bad for a sophomore with his arm talent, especially considering the receivers he had on this team, but we gotta reduce that sack number for sure. He also added a surprising 100 yards rushing on the ground with 3 touchdowns, and I'm hoping we can improve that scrambling ability in the future. We still gotta finish out the season for Colin, as he looks to have the Huskies bull bound. We gotta lock it down today by getting to 7 wins. And Akron has been stacking the box early, gonna have to bounce a lot of these runs outside, and Colin gets to the edge, just about able to get in the end zone, but gets dragged down at the 1. All good. We will go ahead and hurry it up, and Colin already tired in the first quarter, but will punch it in for his first on the day. I'm hoping this could be another big, like 200 plus yard day for Colin. Things have gotten a lot tougher since the 400 yard record breaker. Teams have started to really key in on this Husky run game, but the blocking's been just solid enough so far to make things work, and Colin's hunting for another touchdown here. I just realized, bro, I don't know what happened, but they have us marked as having 2 touchdowns, even though the team only has has 1 touchdown. I can't say I am sure how that's possible, but I will take the stat pad, and Colin will get his 3rd on the day, I guess. I'm always cool with a nice little phantom touchdown for sure. I'm hoping Colin can get at least 1 more real one in this second half, and oh my god, bro, that was the dirtiest back juke. I wish we could have taken that to the crib, and that may be the ugliest cheerleader I've ever seen. 2nd and goal, we just got to go and punch this thing in and close this game out. But Colin gets swamped in the backfield. That ended up costing us the touchdown, but it looks like the Huskies are going to cruise out of here with a dub. Colin had a less than stellar performance, but it was enough to earn him player of the game, I guess. And it's time to see what bowl game this team got into, as Drew Aller wins the Heisman Trophy. Georgia Tech quarterback King was 2nd. We'll have SJSU in the Arizona Bowl. Gonna add to the spin and juke moves before we get into the game. Alright, so we got the season finale. Time to see if Colin can win his first bowl game, but he gets locked up on that stretch play. Our boy has definitely slowed down a little bit from his first couple games, as teams have figured out how to deal with him, but almost squirted away there. Able to get close to the first down. I would love to see Colin put the team on his back here. Well, San Jose State has a pretty solid run defense. They have known just what gaps to shoot, and that 3rd down play is not going to work out at all. Colin's been almost completely shut down, but after a turnover, his team's got the chance to get on the board, and he will snag the touchdown catch. Even at his worst, man, Colin is this entire offense for real. But not a bad way to close out the half, and it might not be over yet. We'll see if we can make something shake here. These dudes have been tackling pretty well. Looks like offense will just have 1 more play before halftime, but for some reason Hampton just dumps it off to the sidelines. Okay. Thankfully, defense has really been doing its part today, coming up with some nice turnovers, and hopefully this offense can start to get it working. With the short field, Colin has got to find a way to get his boys into the end zone, but both of his blockers just decide not to block that guy, and it results in a terrible fumble. Thankfully, the boys get the touchdown anyways, but plays like that are really frustrating, especially after the blocking started out so good for Colin, but teams are just sending more guys now, confusing our offensive line. Despite all the struggles though, if we punch this in, this game might be out of reach for San Jose State, and the backup running back is able to get it in. So that should do it. I'm trying to get Colin up over 100 yards on the day though. It feels like bad mojo to go 2 games without a 100-yard day. But coach is gonna take him out, the big boy getting lifted in the air as the Huskies win the Arizona Bowl. And Colin had a touchdown, but it was far from his most productive day. He didn't end the season super strong. All in all though, he had a really good year, 1,400 yards despite not being started for a lot of the year, 6.6 yard average and 16 touchdowns, as well as adding over 200 yards through the air and 5 touchdowns. I think both of these brothers are primed for really strong seasons next year. We'll see where this takes us, and I'll see y'all in the next one, boys. Have a good one. Peace.